Welcome everybody to the Mod Golf Podcast video edition. So this is a follow-up to the podcast that I just recorded with Charles Dillahunt, who is the PGA of America's strategic adjunct to the CEO and the CPO, which is the Chief People Officer. So Charles is working on all kinds of really interesting, engaging initiatives with the PGA of America, from PGA VenderMatch and working in some other realms also that he's going to touch on here. So this is an extended conversation we wanted to have here with Charles that is, if you want to call it, some premium content, kind of digging a little more into all the good things that he does there. We don't want to have a spoiler here, Charles, because we had a great long conversation that we're hoping that all of our viewers here on our YouTube channel will then click on below in comments and will listen to the longer podcast version of our conversation. So, hey, to start with, Charles, hey, welcome to the Mod Golf Podcast YouTube video version.
Thanks, Colin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed our chat. I can't wait for people to hear it.
So. Yeah, it was really, really good. So, hey, don't want to duplicate too much of what we talked about, but you first shared that story of the first time you ever picked up a golf club, which wasn't too many years ago for you. So can you talk to us about that and what that experience was and how that led to you now being kind of hooked on the game of golf? So yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so it was, I want to say about 3 years ago. My father-in-law, or soon-to-be father-in-law, upcoming May, getting married. But he introduced me to the game. We were just hanging around the house, me and my fiance, when we were home from school, college, and he was going to the golf course. And I said, "Do you mind if we come with you?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go." So me and my fiance went, and we were trying to, on TV it looks so easy, right? We were trying to do our best to swing the golf club, and it wasn't working out too well. So that was my first experience about 3 years ago. But I think I explained to you in our other conversation, it was just so, I was addicted immediately. And I don't know why. I told you, like, trying to hit the ball that's not moving, something about it was so hard, but also so addicting at the same time. And when you finally get it up in the air, it was like, this is sense relief, and I got to do that again, right? So that was my first time 3 years ago.
Oh, love that. Love that. So, hey, like I said, I don't want to duplicate our conversation from before. So I do want to talk about this. And you touched on this a little bit as far as ambassadors from the African-American community that are other, whether they're pro athletes or celebrities, people that are connected to golf in some way, and taking all the good things that they do and the platform that they have to make golf welcoming to young anybody in the African American community that is not connected to golf for a first opportunity. So I want to hear your thoughts on ambassadors you have, whether it's through World Long Drive and some of the people there, or the PGA Tour, let's say with Harold Varner III and some others, or even a Steph Curry and those type of people out there. So you tell us, maybe share some stories of ambassadors that you have that are love golf and are helping to promote that, but aren't in the golf industry per se.
Yeah, I think I would go to, Steph Curry is an ambassador for Junior League for us. Obviously, former NBA MVP, NBA champion. Um, he's in Junior League, and he's also, recently we found out he's also interested in workforce diversification in golf, getting more people to not only play the game, but also work in the game as well. So stay tuned for that news, hopefully soon. Paul Millsap is the other one I've gotten to work with a little bit closer. And Paul has an academy called Core 4 in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a state-of-the-art academy for those who want to play in the NBA or college basketball. Youth basketball athletes come there, they get nutritional training, top-notch physical training. They're learning basketball skills, ins and outs, from Paul and his brothers and his uncle D'Angelo. But Paul also has a love for the game of golf. And he often brings in his own PGA professional coach, John Boykin, to teach the kids a thing or two about the game of golf. And it's one of those times where you're engaging an unengaged golf audience. It skews mostly African-American youth, but they're in there learning how to swing the golf club and laughing. And some of them are missing like those fun first-time golf experiences you get, but they're doing it in a group, and they're all similar. They're starting, so they're comfortable. They're seeing other people that look like them swinging the golf club, which are all things, as we know, are super important. And having someone like Paul there to say, "Hey guys, I've made it to the top level of the NBA. I've been an NBA All-Star, but I also do this on the side for fun. It's a hobby. It helps me compete." That's impactful to them. They see someone who's accomplished what they want to accomplish, do the same thing, and that's what we need more of. More more sights of seeing people doing the same things you're doing, right? So
Right, right. We touched on this earlier too, and I just want to expand on it. You talked about needing to make golf more accessible and bringing golf to the people, and well, that's to bringing it to where they live and where they recreate and live their lives. And of course, with most parts with golf courses needing 150 acres, it is an hour or more away out in a suburban area from an inner city. So I'm really intrigued by all the off-course experiences in golf that have been growing over the last 5 years or so. Let's say from Top Golf to indoor simulators and businesses that are revolving around that. Are you seeing with technology and kind of off-course experiences, if you see more accessibility to bring golf to everyone in the future?
I do think so. And, one of the things we're looking to do right now is get into the esports space. I attended an esports conference last week, and, I'm an avid gamer myself. I love this space. So I was in heaven, but also I saw just many pathways where you could approach a gamer, whether it's through a golfing game or just some showing up where they are and showing them, like, there's mobile gamers now even, right? It's not just console and PC, there's mobile gamers. Showing them some mobile game where they can like be competitive and compete with other people. And then hopefully what I think would happen is people would say, I've tried this mobile golf game. Let's go try it in real life. Let's go to the PGA Tour Superstore or to the local muni and try to put around some balls, see what it's like. And then hopefully from there they buy clubs and they start doing full swings and then turn into golfers, right? So those are some of the ways I think that's a space I think we could take more advantage of in the golf industry for sure.
Yeah, love that. So, and you talked about this also is looking outside of the golf realm, even though it's a big $85 billion a year industry, of seeing elements from other sports, from other lifestyles that then can align and bring into golf. And I think one great example, I'm looking over your shoulder there that you got a pair of Air Jordans. Maybe you can pull one of those off the shelf there, because we talked about this. We don't want to make this an infomercial for Nike here, but it's a great point though. It's the fact that you can then bring in elements from popular culture and infuse that into golf. And what you have in your hand there, I think, is a great example of how you can pull that off and make golf appealing to the sneakerheads out there in the world.
Yeah, and I am a renowned sneakerhead myself. So I often tell people my career goals are become an executive in the golf industry and then be a Nike ambassador. I'm just joking, but like this, Nike does a good job of meeting people where they are. The bottom of the shoe says Wings. It's an Air Jordan Retro 5 golf shoe. And one of the things they've done is met sneakerheads where sneakerhead culture is. They take the most popular shoes, put some golf spikes on the bottom of them, switch the feel of them a little bit, and then I know people who have literally bought golf shoes and gone and tried golf because their favorite sneaker was a golf shoe. Some people don't believe me when I say that. I'm like, no, seriously, they do. And those are the types of meeting people where they are and engaging them in their area on their own turf and saying, hey, you should try this out sometime. We can infuse your culture into ours a little bit. That's how I think we're going to grow the game creatively in more innovative ways than just, it's another form of an invite, right? The power of the invitation. We often talk about that, but the invite isn't always, hey, come play golf. Sometimes it's look at this cool retro Jordan shoe, and then hopefully we hook some people to come onto the golf course.
So here you are. You're a philosophy major that is a sneakerhead. You love esports, and you also were a competitive college athlete. You've got a lot of layers to this onion that we're peeling back. You're a complicated man, Charles. I
have too many interests, Colin, and yeah, even gaming too. Like I have so many interests that span far and wide. So yeah.
No, that's good stuff. So, hey, don't want to take up any more of your time here. Once again, I do want to encourage all of our viewers here to then listen to the extended conversation that we have in the comments below here. We'll also include some links to all the great things that you're doing with VenderMatch. And maybe in the last minute here, you can tell us a little bit about the programs, kind of the overview of what you do on a day-to-day or over the course of a month of what you're getting involved with your work at the PGA of America.
So this job is new, my new role as the strategic adjunct, and it's really, I'm tasked with embedding inclusion across the whole association at the PGA of America. And I do that in different ways through partnerships, strategic communications. My whole first year was filled with strategic communications, writing and telling stories of diverse individuals in the golf industry doing different and innovative things to grow the game of golf. But then also some strategic projects or special projects as assigned by our CEO, Seth Wall. We're revitalizing what was formerly known as West Palm Beach Golf Course. And it's going to be the first place where our foundation PGA reaches a new pillar, a place to play will come to life. So revitalizing a once city golf course that's gone under, and turning it into a place where the whole community can come out. And it's not just a golf course. You can come walk the dog. You can have a wedding, get a bite to eat. The South Florida PGA section office is going to be there. There's going to be extensive youth programming there. So super lucky getting to work alongside those two, Sandy and Seth, and getting to implement those special projects and new partnerships and ventures for the association. So
I guess the next chapter in the life of the PGA America, you are moving. I don't know. Have you already moved into your new headquarters in Texas, or are you in the process of doing that, or what stage are you at there? I'm assuming that's a great opportunity to reimagine what the PGA of America will do over the next couple of decades. Reimagine yourself in a new space, in a new state, and in a new facility. So have you moved in yet to that new facility in
we do have
Texas?
a small contingent of folks that are already in Frisco, Texas right now. Yes. I'm still in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I will not move out there for another couple of years, but it's interesting you say innovation and Frisco in the same word. Seth often calls it, he wants it to be the Silicon Valley of golf, right? So yes, the facilities we're going to have are amazing. I think you can find those on Frisco's website somewhere. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but you'll hear a lot about PGA Frisco coming up. The golf courses are looking amazing right now. They won't get any play for 2 years, so they'll have time to grow and be just beautiful. Future PGA championship sites for all of our championships, right? But yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing. And if you ever have the chance, make sure to come out there and say hi.
I certainly will. Absolutely. So, hey, Charles, we'll leave it at that. So, Charles Dillahunt, the PGA of America Strategic Adjunct to the CEO and the CPO, Chief People Officer. Again, hey, thanks for joining me a second time today here on the Mod Golf Podcast. So, Charles, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks again, Colin. Really appreciate the opportunity.